Saturday in October. A simple name and a complex rivalry. For one side, the Big Orange is just not a color they can sit with, and the other side, Crimson, has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand. Now we get to see who will use it. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Dobbs. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Volunteers offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Crimson Tide dominated the last time they saw the Vols, blowing out Tennessee.
Man, Reese, it was roll, tide, roll as soon as they got off the bus. David, they were bigger, they were stronger and faster, and it showed up on the scoreboard.
Oh, and Tennessee hasn't forgotten about it. You've had a year to stew on it and do something about it because you had a lot of mistakes a year ago.
Got his man. Breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Volunteers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The Vols are facing 3rd and inches. He'll sneak it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They'll try the run, and this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Vols want to crank the tempo. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like both these squads, really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But Jesse, after today, there can only be 1-1.
Yeah, the picture's going to change, no doubt about it. These two teams both, though, believe they're the best in conference play. Nobody's beat them yet, and they believe they're the man in the conference. So we're going to learn a lot. By the time this game is over, who is the best in conference play?
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Agbana. Makes the grab on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Spins away from the defender. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll run play action. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. Really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Give to the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here we go, here we go. To the ground with the back. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! Great job by the back on the option.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So the 16-play drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Alabama's offense will take the field for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. So here is the Tennessee offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run it from the gun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Volunteers headed quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well here.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
No huddle here for the offense. Finds the big tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll keep it on the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 3rd and long. his own number. He just refused to go down, kept finding space, and picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 1. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Snags it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Volunteers!
And it's nice to have those big tight ends down here in the red zone because they're such big targets, but they can block, or you just slip them out, find a little hole in the defense, feature them, throw it up, let them go get it. Nice job by the tight end with the catch and the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Clemson is ahead early in Death Valley, but that's not exactly Trevor Lawrence out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Syracuse. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing the NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from them.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Just feeds the running back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. They go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Crispin. Gets it out fast. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Back open in the middle. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Oh, he's got a chance. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Leaves it with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quick completion to the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. From the gun, the running back has it. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. The Vols want to pick up the tempo.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, it's Agbana. They'll run the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll send the back in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Now, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Hand off from the shotgun. Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Crispin. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Alabama quickly back to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Harris. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Gets it out quickly. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? 2nd down, he'll throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
He gets a hand on it. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Zings it complete to the right. At the 45, on its way. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to. Ball had time. Ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Crispin. Quickly complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good to finish things off. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Kansas State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Manhattan for some time. They're up by 24 over Cincinnati. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Unloads quickly. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Vols come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Dropping back, it's Agbana. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got him downfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. They'll immediately call timeout. The Volunteers will have it 1st and 10. wants to go up top on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Got his man on the right. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Vols started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They're dealing with a second and long. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Got to make sure they're sound in protection. They had one blocked earlier. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Absolutely center cut. And with that, they've taken the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And the Vols will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much.
There he goes. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Wants to throw. It's Crispin. They go to the wide receiver screen. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. from the gun. Running back gets the give.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Malcolm. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Crispin. Using the quick game. Breaks into the open. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to run it in. Touchdown tie! They take the lead with the 6.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. Quarterback empties his backfield. Now on the move.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5. The Volunteers want to move quickly.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a 1st down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
That's it, Clyde. Working on the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
And some room to work. Turning it on! And the runner is down, and so is the flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Agbana. Pulls it in, it's Snow. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now facing a third and long. Wants to throw again. Trying to set up the screen. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. It'll be fourth down from the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Between the uprights, it's good. That brings them to within 1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Wisconsin is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. Not Bucky's finest day at the office. They're trailing by 14 to Washington. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about... Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He wants to change this route. Try to get it to the edge. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up and get this guy in space to go make plays.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. And his throw is incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Bringing the heat. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Fires to the big fella. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that diagonal thing.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. To throw, it's Crispin. He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll run it on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. The Vols moving quickly to the line.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Scanning the field, it's Agbana. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Another incompletion on third down. And the Vols will bring the punt team onto the field.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Looking for space. It's Moffitt. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time. In the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To the air, it's Crispin. Plucks it out of the air. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Right back to him on the ground. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bama! That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Dobbs. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Looking downfield, it's Agbana. Pressure coming. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Grab behind the line. It's Snow. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Find space on the right. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. At midfield, he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the Vols are on the move. That conversion sets a tone, but that's also really part of their MO. They're going to go for it on 4th and short.
Yeah, it's a body blow, and it's demoralizing. It's a good point, Reese. When you go for it like that and you go get it, you're essentially telling the opponent, look, you can't stop us. Next time we get in a similar situation, we're going to do the exact same thing, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
The give out of the gun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Volunteers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Red pass, it's complete. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. They'll move the tight end. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
2nd down.
The run to the right. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to pass. It's Agbada. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Here comes that Alabama offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. There he goes. Got the 1st down and more. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. They'll give it to him again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
He might want another play. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Neyland Stadium, alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the punishment has been extended. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. The Tide is high and rolling as they try to send Rocky Top to rock bottom, and they've built a big lead.
And Alabama's simply been the more physical team in this game, and you're starting to see that exert itself here in the second half. They're pulling away, David. Tennessee's going to have to do something here, keep this thing close.
And the hard part for Tennessee is you got to stay positive. You got to believe you can win. This series hasn't always been in their favor, and they kind of know Bama's had their number of late, but they got to stay positive. They got to make something happen on this next drive.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. San Diego State is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 38 over Air Force. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back. Anything big happens.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Agbana. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's got it on the right. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown tie. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Lining up for the PAT.
Is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
That makes the score Alabama 49, Tennessee.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find...
Positives. Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Turning it on. makes a tackle, and he's got room. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Looking to throw, it's Agbana. He's got it. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking. And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offense.
Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And the Volunteers need to pick it up on 4th down. Defense playing a bail technique. On 4th down, going to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. So Alabama once again takes the win in this smoking hot rivalry between the Vols and the Crimson Tide, and the party in Tuscaloosa will last well into the night. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.